Today with our word problems, we are going to work on isolating variables. So from English, what does isolation mean? Scratchy. Cut off, put by itself. Okay, let's put that down. Get the variable by itself. All right, now let's work on isolating the variable. Now, what we have to remember as we go through here is we are doing PEMDAS backwards. So first we're going to add and subtract anything away from our variable. Then we're going to multiply or divide anything away from our variable. And if we had exponents, then we would do that next. But we don't. So let's take a look at this one. It stands for interest equals principal times rate times time. So if it'll help you, put the dots in there so you can see that it is multiplication. Now we are solving for r, and r is right here. Is there anything added or subtracted to that quantity? Nope. Okay, so we just have to divide away. What letters are around r that we need to get rid of then? P and T. So we're going to divide by P, divide by T. And there's our answer. I over P over T. I over PT equals r is our answer. It's got the variable by itself. Let's keep trying that out. Y equals mx plus b, and we need to solve for x. Find x. He's right here. Are we adding anything to that quantity? Yes, we are adding b. How do we get rid of plus b? Minus the b. Very good. Now, no like terms, so I'm just going to rewrite it. Y minus b equals mx. When I say mx, that means m what x? Time. So how do we get rid of the m? Divided by. So I'm going to divide all of this side and all of the other side as well. So the final answer is y minus b all over m. Okay, number 3. What variable are we looking for? S. Okay, underline where you can find the s. And I noticed with that quantity it says plus 10a. So how are we going to get rid of plus 10a? Minus 10a. Now we're solving for s. If it helps you, put those multiplication dots in there. What are we going to divide by? 5a. Very good. Anything that's not the s. Okay, number 4 is a little special. I think you guys will just do just fine with it. Bless you. All right, so where is D? D is right here. He's attached because that's multiplication right there. So we need to get that whole thing by itself first. Okay, so that says plus F. That's a positive F. So how do we get rid of positive F? Subtract the F. I'm going to put that times symbol in there. Now how do we get that D by itself if it's being multiplied by a whole big quantity? That's right, we're going to divide by the whole big quantity. There's our answer, capital N minus F over little m minus 1 equals D. Is inside this quantity. So our first goal is to get that quantity by itself. It's multiplied times everything on the outside, so there's nothing added to it that we need to get rid of first. Alright, first thing I want to look at, it is multiplied by 1/2, but that 2 is in the denominator, so we can really say that it's just being divided by 2. Perfect. What's the opposite of dividing by 2? Okay, so on both sides, let's get rid of that. Multiply by 2 and multiply by 2. So we're looking at 2a is equal to b, c plus d. And again, what's the operation with the parentheses? Multiplication. All right, first we got to get that quantity by itself. So what are we going to divide by, Mr. Staunton?
The quantity.
Okay, what is attached to the quantity that we need to get rid of? Because we want the d inside that quantity. We need, whatever you're looking for, sometimes what I do is I just cover it up. What are we going to divide by?
B.
Yeah, is that a helpful tip? Okay, so whatever we're looking for, cover it up and then divide by whatever's left over. So we have 2a all over b is equal to c plus d. Okay, last move, get that d by itself. What are we going to do, Miss Billings?
Divide by C.
Okay, not divide by.
Oh, no, divide by C. That one is
Ready? What's the opposite of adding that c right there?
Oh, yeah, subtract.
Subtracting that c. Very good. Now, you already divided by b, so leave him alone down there and then subtract your c. Perfect.
Oh, it was separate?
Yep, have it separate because you didn't divide the c by b. You divided first and then went from there. Good. All right. Cover up the top of your paper with your hand so you're not looking at your formulas. Let's see if we can try to remember it. Convert the temperature into Celsius. So we want Celsius. C comes first in the alphabet. So what number goes on top? 5. Very good. 5 over 9. C looks like a parenthesis. So do we need the parenthesis?
Yeah.
Yes. F, and I like to remember it's a minus because the F has the minus that matches it. You see how the F bar right there? Minus the 32. All right, let's plug it in. 5/9 times 14 minus 32. 5/9 times negative. Break it down, subtract 10 first. Where are we now? Subtract 10 first, we're at 22. Subtract 4 more, and we are at 18. So negative 18. Any shortcuts right there? Miss Kim?
You can divide 18 or you can divide
9 goes into 18 how many times, Miss Kim?
twice.
Good. All right. So we have negative 10 degrees, and we're going to label it as Celsius. Well, here, let me look at it a different way. 5 times 18 would get us to 90. Divided by 9 is still 10. Designs a rectangular. So right now I'm going to draw myself a rectangle. I don't know exactly what it will look like. Such that the width is exactly 2/3 of the length. Which one's listed last?
The length.
The length. Let's find the dimensions of the garden. That's what we are trying to find. So we can go ahead and let x equal the length. And 2/3 the length is 2/3 x. Now I'm going to suggest that you label your picture because I have found in the past if my students didn't label that picture, they left it out. Now, 260 feet of fencing will be used all the way around. All the way around is what? Perimeter. So we're going to add all the way up. 1x plus 1x plus 4/3 x. Shoo. It's 2x's plus 4/3. So I'm looking at 2 plus 4/3. 10/3. 10/3 x is equal to 260. All right, right now we're dividing by 3. How do we get rid of dividing by 3? Multiply by 3. Right now we're multiplying by 10. How do we get rid of it? Divide by 10. Essentially, I just did the reciprocal. Okay. Shortcuts! Yay! 10's cross off. It's just 3 times 26. Break it down. 3 times 20. 60. 3 times 6. 18. Add it together. 78 feet. Okay, plug it back in. 78 feet goes here. Ooh, 2/3 of 78. Does 3 go into 78? Yeah, how do we know? 7 plus 8 is 15. So that means it should be divided by 3. So that becomes 26. And 26 times 2 is 56. All right, the dimensions are, I'm going to abbreviate dimensions. Okay, number 10. Triangular flower bed. What am I going to draw? Triangle. I don't know what it'll look like, but it does say shortest side, third shortest side, so I'm going to kind of make a cattywampus triangle here. Okay. One side is twice the length of the shortest side. Which one gets the variable? So I'm going to pop a variable in there. Let x equal length of short side. How did I say twice the length for the other side? 2x equals second side. I'll just label this guy down here. It doesn't matter where he goes. The third is 30 feet more. What is more? Plus. Very good. Than the shortest side. So base it off of the shortest side. What's 30 feet more than x? 30 plus x, or x plus 30. Okay, and we know that the perimeter is 102. So here we go. 1x plus 1x plus 2x is how many x's? I'm going to subtract over 30. We're down to 72. And we divide by 4 and we're down to 18. So x is 18. What's double of x? 36. What is 18 plus 30? 48. All right. The sides are 18. What are we in feet?
Yeah.
36 feet and 48 feet. Perimeter of an equilateral triangle. What am I going to do?
Draw a triangle.
Draw a triangle and it's equilateral. All the sides are equal. Is 7 inches more than the perimeter of a square. What am I going to do?
So draw a square.
I think I want to translate that sentence. The perimeter of a triangle is equal. So the perimeter of the triangle equals 7 inches more plus 7, good, than the perimeter of the square. So I'm going to do perimeter of the square plus what? Okay, plus 7. Let's keep going on. The side of the triangle is 5 inches longer than the side of the square. Which one gets the variable? Side of the square gets the variable. Let x equal side of square. Alright, how do I say the side of the triangle is 5 inches more, longer than the square? Plus what plus 5? X plus 5. Side of triangle. Alright, I think I'm going to go label my picture so I get a better idea of what I'm looking at. Okay, now go back to the equation. The equation says the perimeter of the triangle. So let's go over here, add everything together. Mr. Sharma, what's that perimeter right there?
The perimeter is 3x plus 15.
Good. Is equal to, this time I want to do the perimeter of the square. Miss Ong, what is the perimeter of the square? 4x and then plus 7. Alright, I'm going to combine like terms now. I'm going to subtract over 4x, get negative x, subtract over 15, get negative 8. Both negative, so I flip them to positive. So x is 8. Find the side of the triangle. That's the question. The triangle is 8 plus 15. 5 is 8 plus 5? 13. The side of the triangle is 13 what?
Inches.
Inches. Very good.